Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make this V-shaped scarf. It's actually really pretty and I really like it. I think it's a color I chose. I really like the red. It really is very beautiful. And it's nice and lightweight, so it would make a great summer scarf. You know, you've seen in my pictures, I was just wearing a t-shirt under mine, so. But I'll show you the stitches. Now it's actually really quite easy. A beginner would be able to do it. We got double crochets, and then we got single crochets and single crochets into the front loop there, which makes those ridges that you see. And then we just have chain spaces. So pretty much double and single. If you can do that, you can make this scarf. Now, the measurements on this is each side from the point all the way up is 44 inches. So that's this side's 44 and this side is 44. That is to the point. The width of it is just a little over 6 inches. Of course, you could do one less repeat or more if you wanted to make it thicker. That's completely up to you. I did add fringe. I did not include the fringe in the 44 inches. If I did, it would add an extra couple inches on each side. The fringe you can leave off if you want. Now these little dangly gems, I got off of a necklace, a paparazzi necklace that I bought off one of my friends. I took it apart because I don't wear much jewelry, and I used it to decorate my scarf with. So that's what these come from. You can find jewels like this on Amazon and also at Walmart. They have beads and stuff that you'll be able to find. So I put 3 on each end of the scarf and then 1 that's dangling down the center. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, for this project, it's from Lion Brand, the Lion Brand collection, Merino Yak Alpaca. It's 70% merino wool, 15% alpaca, 15% yak. It's a medium weight number 4. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, that's wool, that's alpaca, it's going to be hot, it's going to be itchy. It's neither of those. But you do not have to use this yarn. It's classified as a medium weight number 4. So any medium weight number 4 yarn will work. There are 126 yards per ball, and I went through almost 3, so I'm going to say you're probably going to need about 350 yards to complete the scarf. And then I'm going to be using a size J, my favorite, which is a 6mm crochet hook. All right, since I have my big scarf done, I'm going to show you on a smaller scale. But follow along with me. You want to make a big old long chain of 204 stitches. So 204 stitches is what you need. Now, once you get your 204 stitches chained, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and single crochet in the second stitch from our hook. So we don't count the one that's on our hook. So 1, 2, second one over, and we're going to single crochet into that stitch. And now we're going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch for the length of our chain. Just like that. So row 1 is just 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of the row. Alright, once you make it to the end of row 1, you should have a total of 203 stitches. Now we're going to start row 2. Now rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the repeat rows. So it is a 4-row repeat. So for row 2, we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Here or for the rest of the pattern, it's not going to count as a stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet right there back into that very first stitch. Just like that. Now what we're going to do is we need to put 101 double crochets in a row. So this would be number 1, and we would start counting along, doing 1 double crochet. There's 2, until we get a total of 101. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. So you want to continue doing 1 double crochet in every stitch until you have finished out, counting this first one, 101 double crochets. Okay, so once you've finished your 101 double crochets, now we're going to put the point or the V of the shawl. So in the next stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to go into it and we're going to work 2 double crochets. So there's 1 and there's 2, and then we are going to work a chain of 2. We're going to go back into the same exact stitch and we're going to work 2 more double crochets. So that is how point is formed on this row. 2 doubles, chain 2, and 2 doubles. Now we want to finish out our row by putting 1 double crochet in each of the remaining stitches, and there should be 101 stitches that remain. So I'm going to continue putting 1 double crochet in every stitch until I make it to the end of row 2. Okay, once you make it to the end of row 2, you should have a total of 206 stitches. So now we're going to start row 3. We are going to chain 1. Remember, that does not count as a stitch. And we're going to go right back into that same stitch, very first one, and double crochet. Now we're going to start our repeat. What we're going to do is chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. So I'm going to skip 1 and double into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. That's it. Chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. And you do this until you get to the V, or to the point of your scarf. Chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. So I'm going to repeat this until I get to the point or that chain 2 space of my scarf. Alright, I have made it to the chain 2 space. Now your last stitch there should have been a double crochet into the last stitch before the chain 2 space. Do not chain 1 after that one. Now we're going to go directly into the chain 2 space. We're going to work 2 double crochets, a chain of 2, and 2 more double crochets into the chain space. Just like that. And now we're going to start again. We're going to do the same thing on this side that we did over here. Since we ended in a double crochet, we need to start in a double crochet here. Remember, we don't chain 1. We start double crochet into that very first double crochet. And now we chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. And this is, we're just repeating what we did on the other side until we get to the end of row 3. Chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. Okay, I'm coming to the end of row 3. I have 2 stitches left. I did a double crochet right there, and I have 2 stitches left. I want to chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last stitch, and that'll end row 3. Now from now on, you will have 4 more stitches than you did the previous row, starting now. So we had 206 last time. So now we should have a total of 210, and that is counting every double crochet and every chain one space. So if you count every double and every chain one space, you'll have a total of 210 stitches. Do not count the point, just the chain ones and the doubles. So now we're going to start row 4. Going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now what we're going to do is single crochet right back into that very first stitch. And now we are going to put a single crochet right through this chain 1 space, and single crochet into the next double crochet, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, single crochet into the next double, and that's what we're going to repeat until we get to our point. It's 1 single crochet in every chain 1 space and 1 single crochet in every double crochet from the previous row, until we get to our chain 2 space. Alright, I have made it to my chain 2 space. I single crocheted there in my last double crochet. Now in the chain 2 space, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with single crochets. So we're going to go into the chain 2 space and we're going to work 2 single crochets. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 2, go back into the chain space, so go ahead and slide them over if you need to, and work 2 more single crochets. There's 1 and there's 2. And now we're going to start off and we're going to put 1 single crochet in every double crochet and in every chain 1 space until we get to the end of the row, just like this. Alright, I am coming to the end of row 4. I did my single crochet in the last chain space, and then go ahead and single crochet into the last double, and you'll have 4 more stitches than you did the previous row. So we had 210, and now we're going to have 214 stitches. So now we're going to start row 5, which is the last row of the repeat. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be working in the front loop only of each stitch. So when you pick a stitch up and you see there's 2 loops, the one closest to you is the front loop, the one furthest away is the back loop. We want to go into the one closest to us. So we're going to start right here into this very first stitch, and in the front loop only we're going to work a single crochet. So you only have 1 loop on your hook, and it will be the one closest to you, the front loop. You go to the next stitch, front loop only. See how there's only 1 loop there on my hook, and single crochet. And we're going to do this in every stitch until we get to our chain 2 space. And what that does, if you turn it around to the front side, it creates that little bit of a decorative ridge you can see there. I guess it's not extremely visible, but gives it a little bit of a oomph, I guess. So I'm going to continue putting 1 single crochet in every stitch until I get to in the front loop of every stitch. I apologize. 1 single crochet into the front loop of every stitch until I get to my chain 2 space. Okay, when you get to the chain 2 space, you got to make sure you get the 2 single crochets. Find your chain 2 space. I always like to put my finger in it because it's kind of hard to see with single crochets. See, here's 1 more I got to go through the front loop of. And now in that chain 2 space, we're going to do the same thing that we did on the previous round. We're going to put 2 single crochets. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to go back in. I like to slide them over and put 2 single crochets again in the same space. And now again on this side we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. Make sure you find the first single crochet, pull these over and you get it. Front loop only, 1 single crochet in every stitch until we get to the end of the row. Front loop only. If you don't like the look of that ridge in the front, you can go through both loops. It won't really matter. I mean, it won't change the outcome of the count or anything, but I'm only going through the front loop on mine, so I'm going to keep going. 1 single, front loop only until I get to the end of the row. That's what it starts to look like on the front there. Alright, I've made it to the end of row 5, and you'll have 4 more stitches than the previous round, so now we should be up to 218 stitches. Now all we're going to do is repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5. But the only difference is with row 2, we don't do 101 stitches. We chain 1 and we turn, and we just do 1 double crochet in every stitch until we get to our chain 2 space. So the 101 was only for that row. So from now on, when we repeat row 2, we just do 1 double crochet. We're working at both loops now. It's only on that one row that we go through 1 loop. So we're repeating row 2, but we're working however many stitches it takes until we get to our chain 2 space. Just like this. So we're going to repeat, we're just going to double crochet all the way down, no matter how many stitches it takes. When we get to our chain 2 space right here, we're going to do the same thing we did. 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, and then double all the way down. So it's just a repeat now of rows 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, you will always have 4 more stitches than you did the previous row, after row 2, that is. So 4 more stitches every time. Now you can do that for as many rows as you'd like. I have done a total of 14 rows. So I repeated it, and I ended on a row of double crochet was my last row. So 14 rows, and it made it about 6.5 inches for me. You can do it smaller, you can do it bigger, whatever you want. It's up to you. Just keep repeating that. It's pretty easy repeat until you get it the length that you would like. And then, like I said, if you want to put beads on, I said this came fringe on, you can add fringe. The fringe I added to every of my 4 regular double crochet rows. I added it to the end. My fringe is about 2 inches long, maybe. And then the beads, I added 1 bead to every chain space row there. Now remember, these came off of a necklace, but you can get beads similar off of Amazon, and also, or other ones that you like, also at Walmart. And then I put 1 in the middle there too. And that's it. That's all there is to it. It's really easy. You can leave the fringe off if you want. If you don't like the fringe, that's, you know, it's your prerogative. It's your scarf, you're wearing it. You do it how you like. I like fringe, so I put it on there. I hope that you enjoyed my tutorial. I think it turned out really nice. Now remember, if you make this, I'd love to see a picture of it or anything else of mine that you've made. You can show me on Instagram. Tag me in your post. You can show me on my Facebook page. Links to both of those below in the description box if you're interested. Also, I'm going to put a link to all my tutorials there on the right hand side of the screen. If you're interested in looking at those, I have hundreds and hundreds of tutorials. Pretty much anything you could ever want, I got it, and probably multiples of it. So I hope you were able to follow along okay. And like I said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. And until next time, stay safe and have a good day.